So in this video, we'll see how a simultaneous equation with two or three unknown are solved in calculator. So we are aware that simultaneous equation can be solved manually by different methods that we have learned in 10th or PUC. So we'll see how one can solve the same but using calculators. So in this way you can faster your calculations. So this is your two equations where it's given as 8i1 minus 12i2 is equal to minus 8 and minus 12i1 plus 3i2 is equal to 7. So if I write them in a simultaneous equation format and compare the constants where x and y in this case are nothing but i1 and i2, and c1 and c2 are nothing but constants which are minus 8 and 7 respectively. And when we compare, we can say a1 is nothing but 8, b1 is nothing but minus 12, and then your x is nothing but i1, y is nothing but i2, c1 as discussed is minus 8. And I hope from this one can decipher what could be the other parameters. So a2 is minus 12, b2 is plus 3, and we have to substitute this in calculators and get the answer. So we'll see how do we substitute that in calculators. So first press mode thrice. By pressing the mode thrice we get something called EQN, and EQN you can see it's associated with number 1. Press button 1, and in this case we have 2 unknowns, so press button 2. If you have 3, then you have to press 3. So a1 it is 8, so press 8 and then enter equal to button, and then b1 is minus 12, enter minus 12 and then equal to button. Similarly minus 8, press minus 8 and then equal to. In this way you can substitute for a2, b2 and c2, and after doing that you can see you get the answers. What are the answers for x and y or i1 and i2? So toggle up and down arrow to get your answers for i1 and i2 or x and y. So similarly now let us see how do we solve for 3 unknowns. So let me give you an equation here, and then in this case we can say the variables for the 3 unknowns are 4 minus 6 minus 5 0, 1 minus 4 9 and 0, 5 minus 1 1 and 30. So go to mode. So let's see how do we operate the same in calculators. Go to mode, press thrice, we can land up at equation, and now we have to press button 3 because we have 3 unknowns, namely i1, i2 and i3. So respectively according to that column matrix you can substitute the variables for a1, b1, c1, d1 respectively for all the 3 rows. So please observe how one is using the calculator. In most of the calculators the format is same. In this calculator MS 991 MS you have to press thrice, whereas in ES or ES plus you have to press mode once, and there you can see a button called EQN, and once you press EQN then you get the number of unknowns, and then from there on the procedure is same. So I repeat, in 991 MS this is a procedure. However, in 991 ES or ES plus you have to press mode only once. So once you press mode once you will have number of options, and there you can see option number 5 is associated with EQN, the equations. So press that number 5 and then it will be asking whether you want to solve for 2, 3 or 4 or unknowns. So press number of unknowns are 2 for the last slide, and then press 3 unknowns for this slide, and try to solve the problem. So thank you for watching the video. So please do subscribe the channel and watch all the videos to enhance your knowledge.